Hello, I'm Phil Niles. I am the founder of Adventure Without Limits, based in Maine. I started this business because I believe that everyone deserves a chance to explore the world while feeling safe and making amazing memories without barriers. We offer supported small group travel for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, including autism. These are day trips, overnight trips, weekend trips, and even longer trips. We also offer custom trips. So maybe you have a place that you want to visit, something you want to do. We can make it happen for you. If you can dream it, get in touch with us and we can help you make that dream a reality. What makes our trips truly inclusive is how we approach support. Okay? We're there when you need us, whether it's help with planning, navigating new places, or staying safe. But we also step back when you don't need us. We want every traveler to experience confidence, freedom, and fun on their own terms. We build in structure, clear expectations, and visual tools ahead of time so you can feel prepared. But once we're on the road, it's all about choice, empowerment, and being yourself and having fun. Our trips are about connection, independence, and joy, making lasting memories. And we're there with you every step of the way. Okay, so booking a trip with Adventure Without Limits is very simple. You're going to want to visit our website, adventurewithoutlimits.travel, to view all of our upcoming trips. When you find one that looks like it's a good fit for you, you fill out the short registration form. Once we receive it, you'll get a welcome email with a registration packet and payment information. It's important that that registration packet is completed in full and returned to us as soon as you can. Get it back to us so we can review it and we can reach out if we have any questions. We offer flexible payment options. Deposit is always required to secure your spot for a trip. Trip spots are first come, first serve. So I always urge people to get your payment in as soon as you can. We offer option of credit, debit card payment, or check. And all that information is on our website. You'll see the link for our website down below. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have as well before you commit to a trip. Each trip includes built-in support, personalized communication, and preparation tools to make sure you're ready to go. You'll get an itinerary of pickup time, pickup location, as well as things that you will need to bring, things that you will need to know before we go. Additionally, I like to meet new customers that we have not supported before on any of our trips. I feel like that is a good way for us to get to know each other, for me to get to know you, likes, dislikes, things you're looking forward to, things that you want to do, type of support that you benefit from. And also it's an opportunity for you to ask questions of me, questions about the trip, etc. And these meetings can either take place in person or virtually. Generally, virtually is the best way to do that, to accommodate schedules and knowing that meeting in person may not be the best thing just because of distance, obviously. In terms of pickup drop-off location, most trips follow one of our standard routes to keep travel smooth and convenient. We use designated park and ride locations that are easy to access and are located right off major highways, so easy to get to. Not every stop is used on every trip, so please refer to your specific trip listing or confirmation email for exact pickup and drop-off locations. For trips heading south of Gray, like Kennedy Lake Park, Salem, or Boston, we typically use the southern route. The southern route includes the Gray Park and Ride, Westbrook Park and Ride, and Saco Park and Ride. For trips heading north of Gray, like Boothbay Harbor or Augusta, we use a northern route, which is the Gray Park and Ride again, the Lewiston Park and Ride, and the Augusta Civic Center Park and Ride. Some trips might follow a modified route based on location. We'll always include all pickup and drop-off details in your trip materials ahead of time. It's very important to note that we do not offer pickup, drop-off from homes. That just, it creates a coordinating fiasco, makes things very challenging, and it also would impact the pricing of trips as well. So that's why we use these standard routes. So it's the responsibility of each traveler to be at the pickup location at the designated time. Generally, there will be like a 15-minute window or so, but we're not going to wait any longer than that because it would certainly interrupt the rest of the traveler's trip for the day. That's not fair to them. And as always, reach out if you have questions regarding any of the pickup drop-off locations as well. All right, so what is included in your trip? So each trip with Adventure Without Limits includes everything you need for a safe, supported, and enjoyable experience, okay? So here's what's included. You get round-trip transportation from the designated park and ride location. You get your admission ticket or activity fee, whatever it might be. So for example, if it's a Canopy Lake Park trip, it's going to include your admission to the park. If it's a Red Sox game, it's going to include your ticket to the game. All meals listed in the trip description are included as well. If you want to bring snacks, you can certainly bring some snacks, but your meals as laid out in the trip description will be included. And of course, support will be offered throughout the trip, whatever type of support that you benefit from, whether it's making purchases, things like that, navigating the trip, locations in the trip, anything like that. If you need some assistance with taking some space, if you have some sensory sensitivities. So I'm there to support you in what you need for the day so that you can enjoy the trip. Pre-trip communication, you're going to get your welcome packet and your itinerary. If it's an overnight trip or a weekend trip or longer than that, you're going to get some guidance on what to pack to prepare for the trip as well. Spending money is not included, so if you want to purchase anything outside of what is included in the trip description, whether it is souvenirs, things of that nature, you're going to want to bring some spending money, and I always recommend that people do bring a little bit of spending money just in case they see something that they would like to bring back with them to remember the trip. But it's certainly, spending money is not required if you would prefer not to bring it. Our first trip of 2025 is on June 7th, Saturday, June 7th. It is to Canopy Lake Park in Salem, New Hampshire. This is going to be an amazing day. Join us for a day of excitement at the park if you've never been. It's one of our most popular trips. It's packed with rides, shows, and plenty of fun at the parks. There's a water park. So when I say parks, it is the amusement portion, with roller coasters and such. And then there's also a water park as well. So if you enjoy water activities, water slides, please be sure to bring a bathing suit and a towel and a change of clothes just in case. And And food. Your food's going to be included. It's going to be a fun day. If you don't like to swim, if you don't like water parks, you certainly do not have to partake in the water activities at all. You can just hang out if you want, which is perfectly fine. We'll meet at our park and ride location, which will be designated on the trip details on our website. And we'll head straight to the park where you'll enjoy the day. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be rain or shine, so definitely bring an umbrella, a raincoat if it looks like it's going to rain. I will always send out an email beforehand, a couple of days before, if it looks like it's going to be inclement weather, just as a reminder of things to bring. All meals, again, are included for the day, so that is going to be your lunch and your dinner. We'll have lunch in the park, and then dinner afterwards will be at a local restaurant. We will stick together in small groups, and support is always available, but how you spend your day is up to you. If you want more space, certainly let me know, and we can discuss that. Again, trip includes transportation, admission, lunch, and your full day of support, so don't miss out. This is a trip that's going to fill up pretty quickly. And it's the first trip for 2025, so it's pretty exciting, and I hope to see you there. Our next trip of 2025 is on Saturday, June 21st. It's a trip to Boothbay Harbor. We'll explore the charming seaside town if you've never been. It's a beautiful coastal town. Just gorgeous. It's a great atmosphere. So on this trip, we are going to visit the Maine State Aquarium, which recently reopened, from what I understand, after being closed for some time for renovations. So they have, from what I understand, lots of new exhibits and things to explore. So that should be exciting. Me personally, I've never been, so I'm really looking forward to this trip. Additionally, we're going to visit the Botanical Gardens. Again, a place that I personally have never been, but I've seen lots of pictures, and I've seen, lots of interesting videos. It's just a beautiful place to go, especially this time of year in June. It'll be a great time. There'll be time built in for shopping and walking along the coastal town and exploring the shops. We'll have lunch, and we'll also have dinner to close out the day. Again, as always, the trip includes your transportation to and from Boothbay Harbor, and it includes your food, your admission to the aquarium, your admission to the botanical gardens, and your food is included. So it'll be a great day. Again, it's going to be rain or shine, so we'll keep an eye on the weather. And I look forward to seeing you on this trip. Our next trip is on Saturday, July 19th. It is a trip to Boston for the day. This is a trip that's going to visit Boston Common. And if you've never been to Boston Common, it's right in the heart of Boston. Just a beautiful, picturesque place to visit, and there's lots to see there. There's beautiful gardens. There is some swan boats there as well. We'll have an opportunity to take a ride on one of those if you want. So we'll get to spend some time in and around Boston Common. We're going to do an abbreviated trip. An abbreviated tour as well, a walking tour. Which will be self-guided. So we'll have a map to follow as well. And after that, we're going to go visit Castle Island, which is not too far from Boston Common. And it's exactly what I just said. It's an island. There's an old fort there. We're going to visit the old fort. We will have some lunch on Castle Island. There's a place to eat there. And then after spending a couple of hours at Castle Island, we're going to head up to Kelly's Roast Beef to finish our day out and have some a delicious dinner. The famed Kelly's roast beef. If you're not familiar with it, certainly look it up online. And again, additionally, with Castle Island, you'll be able to see the planes taking off and landing at Logan Airport. So it's a beautiful place to visit, especially in the summertime. You'll be able to see the entire city of Boston. It's just a really nice place to visit. And our next trip on the slate for 2025 is to Kennebunkport here in Maine. That is going to be a trip on August 2nd, which is a Saturday. It's a charming seaside town. It's perfect for relaxing, sightseeing, and soaking up the local coastal culture. But what makes this trip special is that we are going to be going on a whale watch tour, which is roughly a 4-hour trip. So, if you're somebody who gets motion sickness, you might want to think about that if this is, a good trip for you or not, because it might not be very enjoyable. You could certainly take some motion sickness medicine. So if you know that that's going to work for you, then this could be a good trip for you if it's something that you're really interested in. We'll take the scenic cruise, hopefully get to see some whales. We'll get some opportunities to explore the local shops, enjoy some lunch on the waterfront. You'll also have some free time to walk along the beach or just enjoy the view. It'll be a late lunch, kind of early dinner, because of the way that the whale watch trip is scheduled out as well. I believe it leaves around 10 a.m. and it's generally a 4-hour trip, so we'll be back like around 2 o'clock-ish. They do serve snacks on the boat as well, which will be included. So included in your trip, as usual, is your round trip transportation from the designated pickup drop-off location, your tickets for the whale watch, snacks on the whale watch as well, snacks and a drink. They have soda and water, and afterwards your late lunch, early dinner will be included as well. Again, any souvenirs that you wish to purchase, please make sure that you bring a little bit of cash for that if you think it's something that you would like to do. And hopefully I'll get to see you on this trip as well. All right, our next trip is an overnight trip. So this is a pretty exciting trip. This is a trip to Six Flags, which is in Agawam, Massachusetts. So it's going to roughly be a 5 to 6 hour drive down to Agawam. We will enjoy the day at Six Flags. Your price, the price that you pay for the trip is going to include obviously your transportation, admission to the park. Again, they have a water park here at Six Flags as well, so you're going to want to make sure that you pack a bathing suit and a towel and a change of clothes. Dinner will also be included. Your hotel is included. Breakfast is also included the following day, which would be the morning of the 17th. And then we will head home on the 17th, heading back up to Maine. We will stop on the way back to have a quick fast food lunch to get something in our stomachs. But it's going to be a really, really fun day. Lots of thrill rides. They have some new roller coasters at Six Flags. I personally have not been there in several years. And as I said, the water attractions, they have shows. And after a full day of fun, we'll just relax at the nearby hotel. They have an indoor pool if you want to swim. You may have had enough water for the day after spending the day at Six Flags, and you may just want to chill out, which is perfectly fine. It's perfect trip for travelers who are ready for a little more independence with overnight support. Again, your trip includes your round trip transportation, park admission, your hotel stay, meals, and your 24-hour support, whatever type of support that it is that you need. And just a reminder, you want to pack for the weather. Keep an eye on the weather. I will send out a packing list prior to the trip, usually a week or so before, just to kind of go over things that you should bring for your trip. Again, this is going to be one that probably fills up pretty quickly. It's our first overnight trip of 2025, and it should be a lot of fun. All right, our next trip is on Saturday, August 30th. And this is a trip down to Boston, to Fenway Park, to see the Red Sox take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. So if you've never been to Fenway Park, historic Fenway Park, it's a ballpark that's over 100 years old now. I always recommend, even if you're just like a casual baseball fan, casual Red Sox fan, you got to go to Fenway Park at least once. This is going to be a fun day. Again, it includes your transportation round trip from the designated pickup drop-off location. It's going to, include your lunch. It's going to include your dinner as well, your food inside the park. And additionally, before we go to the game, we're going to take a tour of Fenway Park. So this is a guided tour inside Fenway Park. You get to see some of the behind the scenes stuff that maybe you've never seen. You get to go inside the Green Monster to see what it's like inside there, where the scorekeeper hangs the numbers. So it's a really cool experience. I've done the guided tour once many years ago. So this is going to be a great trip. It's going to be a lot of fun, an exciting day. Again, everything is included outside of souvenirs. So if you want to purchase souvenirs, bring a little bit of cash if you want to buy yourself a t-shirt or a hat or anything like that. It's going to be a fun one. Again, this one will probably book up pretty quickly because it's a Red Sox trip. And this is going to be winding down the season too. So hopefully, keeping our fingers crossed, they will be in the playoff hunt, and the game will have a lot of meaning, a lot of impact on the outcome of it. All right. Our next trip is going to be on Saturday, September 13th. And this is a trip that is going over to visit the Lincoln, Woodstock, New Hampshire area. This is a day trip. All right, so this is going to be a fun trip as well. This is a trip where we're going to visit the Flume Gorge. If anybody has ever been to the Flume Gorge, there's a little bit of a 2-mile hike in there that we're going to do. So this is, it's not a difficult hike, but it's moderate level of exercise, so keep that in mind. Additionally, afterwards, we're going to take the Cannon Mountain aerial tram. So this goes all the way to the top of Cannon Mountain. It's a tram that you're riding. If you've never been in a tram, it's like a car that you ride in, a cable car that goes from the base of the mountain all the way to the very top of Cannon Mountain, and just some incredible views of the Mount Washington Valley up there. There's also some trails up there, plenty of space to walk around, get some fantastic pictures, chill out and relax. And the date of this, September 13th, the leaves should be starting to change, hopefully. Keep our fingers crossed. So that should make for an even more picturesque trip and some great photos as well. We'll have lunch. Trip will include lunch. And then after lunch, we're going to go on an Alpine Adventures off-road tour. So this is in like a 12-seated vehicle that is driven by one of the tour operators. And it's going to take us up through some of the trails and the mountains over there in the Cranmore area. The Cannon Mountain area. So that's going to be a fun trip as well. It's not, a high speed off-road trip. It's going to be a good trip. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. We'll have dinner afterwards to wrap up our day and head back to the designated pickup drop-off area. You're going to want to make sure you bring comfortable shoes for this trip. If you want to bring hiking boots, whatever you would typically bring, sunscreen, hat, all of that good stuff. So this will be a good trip as well. A little bit more physical activity involved with this one, so keep that in mind. Okay, our next trip is one that I'm super excited about. If anybody enjoys Halloween, and everything that comes with that, this is the trip for you. This is a trip down to Salem, Massachusetts, October 11th through the 12th. It's an overnight trip, and if anybody's familiar with Salem, Massachusetts, there's a lot of history there around witches, the Salem witch trials that happened, and they just completely, the whole town just gets decked out for Halloween, meaning that, for the month of, October, it completely turns into literally like Halloween town. Everybody's walking around in costumes. So it's going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be busy. There is going to be, a lot of people. It tends to be crowded as well. It's a pretty full day when we get down there on October 11th as well. We're going to visit the Salem Witch Museum, get some history there on some of what took place there many, many, many years ago. We're going to check out the Salem Witch Trials Memorial and the old Burying Point Cemetery. We'll have lunch. Then we're going to tour the House of Seven Gables. And we're going to explore the haunted happenings of Salem. We're going to take a haunted footsteps ghost tour as well that evening. And then we're going to wrap up the day at our hotel. There'll be an indoor pool if you want to swim to, relax from the busy day. The next day on October 12th, we'll have some breakfast. And we will head out and hit the road, and we should be back around lunchtime, back up to Maine. Again, this is going to be a busy trip. It's a pretty jam-packed day full of stuff, exciting, fun. This really is a trip not to be missed if you are, somebody that's into Halloween, the ghosts, the goblins, all of that good stuff, witches, history of Salem. It's going to be a really fun day. Okay, jumping into our next trip. It's going to be on November 22nd. To the 23rd. This is an overnight trip, so overnight on the 22nd, returning on the 23rd. This is a trip down to Boston, and this is a trip where we're going to go to the historic Emerson Colonial Theater in the Theater District in Boston, and we're going to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child play. So this is pretty exciting. This is as close as you can get to seeing a Broadway show here in Boston, and I say here because I lived in Massachusetts for quite a while. So what's included is your theater ticket, your transportation, all of your meals, your snacks, your 24-hour support, your hotel, like I said, overnight stay. So we're going down the 22nd. I have something to eat, a little snack before we go to the show. We'll have dinner, and then we'll head back to the hotel, have breakfast in the morning, and come back on the 23rd. It's going to be really, really a fun trip to be able to get to go to a historic theater to actually see a play and involve Harry Potter. It's everything that comes with that. Really fun day. Some walking, not a ton, but you're going to want to make sure you wear some comfortable shoes. Packing list, because it's an overnight trip, will go out, a week or two beforehand. It's going to be a fun one, so don't miss it. Okay, jumping into our December trip. This is going to be a great trip. It's going to be a longer trip. It's 2 nights. December 5th through the 7th. So leaving on the 5th and coming back on the 7th. So we have the 5th overnight and the 6th overnight, returning on the 7th to Maine. This is a trip to Mystic, Connecticut. And if you're not familiar with Mystic, Connecticut, beautiful coastal town, gets completely decked out for Christmas. They have the old Mystic Village with all the shops, just completely decorated out. It's just a beautiful, magical place during Christmas. All of your transportation is included, of course, from the pickup, drop-off location, your hotel, attraction event tickets, which I'll talk about a little bit. All of your meals are included. Just a really great trip. We're going to spend the first day shopping in Old Mystic Village. We'll have some great lunch, some great restaurants there. We'll have lunch at probably Mango's Wood-Fired Pizza. Dinner location will be to be determined based upon what people are feeling like eating that night. So there'll be some options. Overnight at the hotel. The following day, so now we're on December 6th, we'll have breakfast at the hotel. And then we're going to go to the Mystic Aquarium, which is a beautiful aquarium. They have a lot of outdoor exhibits, some whales, beluga whales, and then some great stuff inside as well. Penguins, and they have seals, and they have shows. Just a lot of fun. And the Mystic Aquarium is decked out for Christmas as well. It's completely decorated. So as I said, it's a really magical place. We'll have lunch after the aquarium, and then we're going to go do a Ghost of Christmases pass tour down in the Seaport District. So it's just a tour around town talking about kind of the ghostly stories that they have of the seaport town, and put a Christmas spin on it. We'll have dinner that night. Then we'll have overnight at the hotel again. The next day, now we're on the 7th, we're going to start the day with breakfast at the hotel. We'll depart for home, coming back to Maine. And then we'll stop for a quick lunch, a fast food lunch. And we should be back in Maine around 3-4 o'clock at the designated pickup drop-off location. So a really fun-filled weekend. Should be a lot of fun. If you want to buy souvenirs, definitely bring a little bit of spending cash for yourself. Maybe you can buy some Christmas gifts at the Old Mystic Village. They have like tons and tons of stores there. Great place to buy some gifts for others, or maybe for yourself. And to wrap out 2025 trips, we have a trip known to Portland, Maine. We're going to go see the Magic of Christmas. It's a day trip. It's on Saturday, December 20th. This is, again, an all-inclusive trip. You have your transportation down and back Portland. The event tickets to go and see the Magic of Christmas at the Merrill Auditorium. Your lunch will be included. Your dinner will be included. We're also going to visit the Victoria Mansion. We're going to take a tour of that, which is completely decked out for Christmas. And Portland's just beautiful in any time of year, but Christmas time, it's beautiful with all the lights. And we'll be having lunch at the Black Cow. And then we're going to go over, after the Magic of Christmas at the Merrill Auditorium, after that, we're going to go over to the Monument Square in Portland to see the Christmas tree, which should be it'll be all decked out as well. So just a lot of fun. It's going to be a fun day. Little bit of walking, not a ton, but it's going to be fun. A good way to wrap out our 2025 trips. So hopefully I can see you for this one. I want to thank you for joining me for a preview of our 2025 trip. So certainly a really full slate of trips for all different interests, all different activity levels that people may be interested in. We believe that travel should be safe, supported, and excited for everyone, regardless of ability. whether it's your first trip or your 10th. If you love to travel, maybe you've never traveled before, we're here to help you explore, connect, and have fun without the limitations. I encourage you to visit adventurewithoutlimits.org to register or to learn more about us, our trips. If you have an idea for a custom trip that you're interested in for just yourself, or maybe you have a trip idea that might be a great group trip idea, send it my way. I want to hear from you. I want to be offering trips that you are interested in. I encourage you to follow us on Facebook. You'll see the link down below as well as in our description. Continue to follow us on YouTube if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe to us, and set those alerts so you don't miss out on anything. So you can stay up to date with new trips, photos, and behind the scenes fun. And I can't wait to travel with you.